Hope you guys are having a great day. So let's have a look. So I've been talking about this wave theory for quite some time, asking to see what's going on with the stock market. So we can see this wave up, this wave down. This is still a bullish sign right here, and this wave up is equal to this wave down. So this is not really a tradable opportunity here. So as you guys can see, when this wave down comes, this is pretty strong, stronger than this. So when this can turn over here, this was a strong opportunity to get down here. Right now we still have the market falling after hours, looking at this. So if I look into the smaller time zone here, we can see that there is a period of support or supply right above this area, but also there's demand right now in this zone. So you can see market really wants to hold this area, because if this area falls, we will be testing the previous demand zone, which is right about here, right? So we had a nice healthy pullback to the upper levels. It's failing to test those levels, which is the indication that the market is weak and it wants to continue on the downside. So the downtrend is getting more and more validated, but we need to close below this wick right here, which is the 214 level. And so if we get a close below this, we'll be confident that the move will continue to the downside. But for now, it'll be interesting to watch what happens with SPY. So looking at the NQ futures, on the other hand, the NQ futures right now are showing the same thing, a strong move down here, right? If we look at the wave up versus a wave down, they're getting tight, but they're getting tight to the downside. The down moves are stronger than the up moves. So this is a little bit of a worrisome sign for me, as tech has already been under so much pressure. We can see a further continuation to the downside, right? So if we lose this support level here around 1400, we can easily see a move to the downside way below what we expect, like right about here, right? So we'll keep an eye on this and to see if this continues to pan out. But right now, the pressure is to the downside, right? So this is an easy way for me to day trade. If I look at this right here, this is a nice move here on the trend line right here. So I had my alerts already set out that if it broke these alerts, if it broke these levels, I would be notified. And I was notified. So in our trading community, we do look at these levels. So as you guys can, let me show you guys here, give me a second. All right, so as you guys can see here, right, futures are going well. Look, small pause, these are the levels that were given, and we're way below these levels. So this is the S&P, this is the NASDAQ futures right now. The futures are way below these levels that were given right in the morning at 7:28. And so we'll see what this does and how this continues to move the market. But my current thesis is that as long as these levels hold right about here, so first level I'm watching is 1450, and then I'm watching 1386. But the big level to trade is right here, 13,710. Okay, so if this level breaks, we're going way down and very, very fast. But until then, I'm just observing, taking small day trades. Right now, observing the waves where the pressure is to the downside. If we look at the Dow Jones, the Dow Jones Industrial Average is okay. It's not too terrible right now. If we look at the bigger time frame here, let's look at the weekly on Dow. Overall, a very positive trend for Dow. It's consolidating here, not really up or down. So the down moves are strong right now in the most current cycle that we're in. Down moves are dominant, so that'll be something to watch. So this is in sync. So this is the trend that I have here on Dow. If we break this, we can continue to push lower. Always observe the volume. As you guys can see here, the volume here was red today compared to the relative days we had buying. So this pivot point becomes important at 35.06. So this becomes very important. We need to get above here. So right now we do need buyers to step in and start pushing it higher, but the Russia and the U.S. Issue is causing a lot of uncertainty in the market. So next thing to look at is gold. Gold, obviously, huge hedge. We had a gap up today. I've been talking about this for quite some time here. So if we look at the monthly, we got a cup and handle starting to pan out nicely. I'm looking for a close above 180 to push to 185. Above that, you know, it could be a very, very big and volatile move to the upside on gold. Gold has been a hedge for a very long time. Right now, it's starting to curl up. You know, we can see volume pressure is buying. There's huge buying opportunities everywhere here. So we can start to see a huge push in gold in the coming days, right? So if we look at VIX, VIX is starting to rise, makes sense. You know, we'll keep an eye on this. This is just an indicator that I kind of follow just to see how the overall market and the health of the market is, right? So we'll see what happens with this. One of the stocks that we did trade today in the community was Tesla. Tesla was a very, very nice and easy trade here. We looked for what we trade is called the opening range break here. So we look at the first 15 minutes of trading, as you guys can see here. So 9:30 to 9:45, we do not trade. We wait for the break. Once the break does happen, the next area of entry is wait for the pullback. So what we want to see is we want to see a pullback breakdown here, right? So this is a nice move to the downside right about here. So we want to see it retest this area and then break down with volume, and we want to pay attention to the volume as how sellers versus buyers are doing in this level. So another pullback right about here. This is another great area of entry right about here. So it tests this level, it breaks down right about here. So a good entry point here, and then another one presented to us at the low of this. So at below 887. So this is another area of entry. As you guys can see, Tesla was another good trade. Another one that that I took today was Shopify. Shopify is very nice. Below yesterday's low here, below the opening range, kind of did pull back here, consolidated, and kept falling and falling to the downside. All right. So we'll see what happens in the coming days here with the stock market. Until then, stay safe.